today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in Mumbai. In Mumbai, I'm in South Mumbai. And in South Mumbai, I'm at Nana Chowk, a location that is 700 meters away from the famous Chowpatty beach. Our tenant today are a young couple that moved from Ahmedabad to Mumbai. Why did they move? Why did they choose this location? What works for them and what doesn't? Let's meet them.
Hey, hi Vishal.
Hi Ratul.
How are you?
Very well. Good to see you.
Yeah. Vishal, this is Subhuti.
Hi,
Hi,
Subhuti.
hi Vishal.
This is Vishal. So Vishal, welcome to our Vastu compliant 1 BHK.
Okay, so Vastu was a very big factor then.
It was a determinant factor for us.
Okay, so what is it about Vastu that makes you all filter a place accordingly?
So again, we come from a family that believes that Vastu is a science. So back in Ahmedabad where we live, we have a place that is extremely Vastu compliant. Every nook and corner is Vastu compliant. As a tenant, of course, we don't have the liberty to have a flat which is compliant as per Vastu. However, there were some basic rules that we thought that we'll not compromise. So at the end of the day, what we were looking for is the house should not be Vastu non-compliant. And there's a big difference when I say that a house is Vastu compliant and a house that is not Vastu non-compliant.
What do you mean by that?
So, to give you a perspective, the exit of any apartment, the main exit should not be in the south facing direction. So, meaning had the exit been in this direction from the left hand side instead of this, we would not have gone with the apartment.
Okay. So if the door instead of being here would have been here, you would not have taken this apartment?
Yes.
Okay.
And second is the position of the bathroom has to be relatively placed in a particular direction as compared to the flat.
Okay.
So, there are some 3 to 4 basic thumb rules to just check whether the Vastu, just check whether the flat is Vastu compliant at a very high level or not.
Okay. So all those checks you did
Yes.
just worked for you?
Yes.
Okay. So do you have the same belief in Vastu as him, or you guys are, or you are slightly moderated?
Yes, exactly. I'm slightly moderated because I'm not that much Vastu compliant. But if it's important for him, that's okay. We can just check places accordingly and plan accordingly.
Okay. So how big is this place?
So this should be roughly 500 to 520 square feet carpet.
And this is a one-bedroom apartment?
This is a fully furnished 1-bedroom apartment.
Was the requirement of being fully furnished a strong one, or you would have been okay with semi-furnished or unfurnished also?
So having a fully furnished apartment was a key factor for us. We were not looking for a semi-furnished or an unfurnished apartment. That being said, semi-furnished are equivalent to unfurnished apartments. Because unlike the popular belief, I'm of the view that renting out furniture, at least during the short tenure, can be extremely expensive. So imagine if this house is not furnished and you have to get the equivalent amount of furniture on rent, you'll end up paying anywhere from 10 to 12,000 more. Vis-a-vis, you just have to pay 10% extra premium and ask the landlord to make the flat fully furnished. So this house was furnished, we got at a 7% premium. We were okay with it.
Okay. So what is it that attracted you to this location that got you hooked to South Bombay?
So we were not looking at South Bombay. Apart from having the flat fully furnished, the other determining factor for us was the fact that we wanted to stay with like-minded people within the same community. I mean, coming from Ahmedabad, we've lived in Gujarat for our entire lives. So we wanted to, be in a locality where Gujaratis have a strong dominance. That being said, so we were looking at areas in Vileparle. We were looking at localities in Vileparle, in Matunga, and in South Bombay. To our surprise, we realized that the rental differential in South Bombay and western suburbs, especially like communities like Matunga and Vileparle, is not much. So when we were looking at apartments, we had finalized 2 apartments. We took this apartment. The other one was in Matunga. It was also a fully furnished apartment. You won't believe that the rent of the Matunga apartment was the same as here. So I mean, why stay in Matunga if you're getting the flat at the same price in South Bombay?
For you, what was the most important thing while searching this apartment? He said his thing. Generally, couples, there's always some difference of opinion, as they should
Right.
be. What is it that
So
worked for you?
when we looked at the apartment in Matunga, I really liked that. and I was very up for the apartment. It was a good apartment. There was a balcony, I think,
Yeah.
but the apartment was really good. I liked it. But when we saw this apartment and when I entered the building, then I was little skeptical. Got confused. But then he, told me ki, if you have to, travel to courts, because I'm a lawyer. So if you want to travel to courts, it's closer by. It's near from here. And if we are in Matung, you'll have to travel a lot. If I get a office or I'm in an office in Fort, it will be easier for me to go and complete my day-to-day routine of courts.
Okay.
So that was a point that I never thought of, because I was not very well versed with the map of Bombay, because I am new to the city.
So basically, she's a lawyer, and you're a lawyer in what field?
So currently I've started my work in real estate.
Okay, so basically you have
Yes.
the toughest job in a real estate company,
Yeah.
defending them everywhere.
Yes.
And you are in
Finance.
finance. And your office will be in which area?
My office, my previous organization's office was in Kalina, but now I'm moving, so my new office is in Mahalakshmi. So for me, the commute is going to be better.
Okay. So this is the hall. This looks like to be a reasonably spacious
Yes.
hall
Hall.
from some of the other apartments I've seen in the last few weeks for my show. This is the place for work from home.
Yes.
You do it. You
Yes.
do it.
Generally he does it.
So generally it's not work from home, post work if you want to log in for work,
Read
post office
something.
hours, if I want to catch up on some reading, or if I want to log in on weekends sometimes, so I use this desk.
Okay. And that was the kitchen.
That's the kitchen.
Does it get used a lot?
Yes. So I generally cook meals for both of us. It was fully furnished, so everything is there. And we just got the water purifier. Everything else is there. Yes.
So she cooks and you don't have a cook at home at all, or you have a cook?
No, we don't have.
Yeah.
It's manageable, because in the morning he has meals in the office only. He's like, I'll have garam khana, that's better for me. In the evening only I have to cook, so for both of us. So it's very convenient. I can come home and then cook for 2 people. It's very convenient for me to cook.
Okay. So he mentioned this point about being in a society with like-minded people,
Yes.
Gujarati community. For you, would you guys be okay with the environment of of a society which has even something like non-vegetarian food as your neighbors? Would that be okay with you guys, or you'll prefer somebody who has the same food habits as yours?
For me, I think same food habit is more important, because if there's a friend who is just sitting with you and eating, that's not a problem. But if it's getting cooked every day and the smell that it generates, it's difficult for me, because I can't take the smell. So it's better to live in a society which have the same food habits that we have. For me, that is important.
That's important. Okay. Okay. So this is the living room,
Yep.
kitchen. Up ahead will be the bedroom, right?
Bedroom.
Yeah. So we have the washroom here, which is connected via the living room and the bedroom.
Okay. So there are 2 entrances.
There are 2 entrances to the washroom.
Okay. Oh. This looks to be a.
Yeah. So this is a reasonably spaced bedroom as compared to Bombay standards.
Okay. And that is the washing machine there.
Yes.
We were trying to hide it,
You
but
guys-
fine.
This
She
was
in fact went and stood right in front of it.
This was a very big setback for us when we entered the room, because obviously bedrooms don't have washing machines. We were our mind stopped working when we saw this the first time, but then we asked the landlord also, but the water connection, the pipe connection is directly into the washroom here. So we can't move this. Even if we move and the pipe connection, if we can adjust, we can't keep it anywhere. So we thought it's better if it's here
Yes,
only.
here.
So basically, either has to be in the bedroom or in the living room, and
Yep.
both of them seem to be pretty bad options to have.
Yes.
And since most of the time we spend in our living room, we thought it's better that it's in the bedroom.
So do all your friends, when they come and visit you at home, is that the first thing that they notice about your bedroom? Not the room size, not the
I'm
big bed,
sure.
but the washing machine?
Yes, bedroom.
Okay.
I think the bed was also not like this.
It
It was like this.
It was here.
But because of the Vastu, we made
yeah,
it like
we made
this.
it
So
like
it's now right next to the bed.
But in fact, that worked for us.
So tell me, this seems to be one negative. Is there any other negative of this apartment as such?
Yes, so I think so. There is one more negative. Since this apartment is on the first floor, there is not enough sunlight. So I mean, literally, it's 9 o'clock in the morning, and we have our lights on, and it's pretty much every day. So during afternoons, there is enough sunlight, so we can keep our lights off. But during early mornings or late evenings, we have to keep our lights on.
So does it drive up your power bill quite a bit? How big a power bill do you get per month?
We get roughly $1,000 a month on the utility bills.
Can we just see the bathroom over here? Basically, this was a place where you all almost decided quickly, and you had the ability to move in within like a few days because all of it was ready.
Yeah.
2 days we moved in.
In fact, the landlord wanted us to move in a few days. I was living in a hotel during the first few weeks, so we actually moved in a couple of days later. But the apartment was ready to move in within a couple of days.
Okay.
And
As soon as we got our possession, we moved in. Like over the weekend, we shifted everything. Our family was here to help us. And as soon as we shifted, we started our routine from
And
Monday.
given that it was a fully furnished 1 BHK, we literally took 1 day to pack and get back to our routine.
How quickly did you seal the deal for this one?
I think so it was 15 to 20 minutes. So the moment we entered the apartment, we were inclined to, without even seeing the flat, given how the vibrancy is in the locality and how good we felt in the compound, we were inclined to go for this apartment. And as soon as we saw the apartment and the fact that it was fully furnished, we closed the deal in 15 to 20 minutes.
And how much are you guys paying for this?
We're paying 56,000 with a 5% escalation clause. We have a 3-year contract in place, 1 year lock-in plus 2 years. We like the apartment so much, and given the fact that now I'll be traveling to Mahalakshmi every day for work, we thought of increasing the lock-in period. So now the lock-in is 2 years. So the new agreement is 2 plus 1 instead of 1 plus 2.
So this is the apartment, 520 square feet, 56,000.
Yep.
2-year lock-in, which I think is healthy in this environment where rentals are all over the place.
Yes.
Regarding this locality, you said South Mumbai versus Matunga. You got the same price. What is about South Mumbai that attracted you? Most people today think of South Mumbai as like a dead city.
Yeah. So I think so. I'll show you a place where we can talk about South Bombay and why we think that we are comfortable in a dead community like South Bombay or a retirement community in South Bombay, where we live next to the who's and who's of Mumbai.
Okay, so let's do that.
Go. that there's a lot of vibrancy, but we think that as you age, it becomes a deterrent because you would want to find more peace.